Today we're looking at one of the defining features of project finance, the non-recourse nature of the debt. In a typical corporate loan, lenders can pursue the borrowing company's balance sheet, and often its shareholders, if things go wrong. Project finance works differently. Debt is structured to be non-recourse, or in some cases limited recourse, to the investors behind the project. This means lenders' recourse is restricted to the project itself, its assets, its contracts, and its cash flows, secured through the security package. Investors are not required to provide personal guarantees, and their exposure is generally capped at the equity and subordinated funding they've committed to the project. This is usually stated clearly in the financing documents. A typical clause will confirm that the facilities are without recourse of any kind to the investors, other than pursuant to the security documents and any equity support arrangements. In other words, if the project underperforms, lenders cannot go after the shareholders' other assets or unrelated business interests. That said, non-recourse doesn't mean no obligations for investors. Shareholders typically remain bound by specific commitments set out in the finance documents. This might include obligations under an intercreditor agreement, a share pledge over their shares in the borrower, or completion guarantees during the construction phase in some structures. The rationale behind non-recourse financing is to align risk with the party best placed to manage it. Lenders take on project risk because they've done thorough due diligence on the contracts, technology, and cash flow projections. In exchange, they price the debt accordingly and structure security and covenants to protect their position without relying on sponsor credit strength. This structure allows investors to develop capital-intensive projects while containing their exposure, and it's one of the reasons project finance is so widely used for infrastructure and energy assets across different countries and sectors. Understanding the non-recourse principle is key to understanding why project finance documentation is structured the way it is, with such a strong emphasis on security, cash flow control, and contractual protections. If you found this summary useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your colleagues and friends, and check the description below the video for useful information. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.